Hello everyone. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be discussing a key ingredient of happy, healthy, and harmonious relationships. And that key aspect and ingredient is effective communication. Communication strategies that actually work. In an earlier post, I had stated that 70% of arguments can be avoided by recognizing that problems do not necessarily need to be solved. Is that true? Oh, absolutely. Why? Because they just need to be aired out. Now, in this video, I'm going to get into some communication strategies that actually work. You very often hear people speaking about the importance of effective communication in relationships and how it is the most important key to keep that relationship deeply passionate and deeply fulfilling. But few of the people ever actually learn communication techniques and then apply them to relationships. Now, most marriages, of course, start out with the idea of success and harmony and till death do us part. But not realizing that the number one reason, the number one cause of divorce is ineffective or poor communication. So communication truly serves two main purposes. The first one is to communicate your thoughts and feelings. But the second more important one is to use reflective listening skills to understand the young person. Now, I'm going to just share a couple of the many simple communication tips in this particular video. Now, the first process in there is airing out something. Often, really, no solution is needed. One just needs to let the other express themselves. And when I say let, I mean permit, I mean allow, I mean remain silent. They just need to be heard. Put yourself in the mind of the speaker. Listen for the meaning. Pay attention to the emotions of the person. Pay attention to their body language. In other words, just zip up and let the other air out during a conflict. You will have your time to talk as well. It's said there's a right time and a right place for everything. And how does your partner know that you are listening? Pay attention to what they are saying without thinking about the thing that you're going to say when they are done. In other words, responding, and then paraphrase what your partner is saying. Repeat it back to them in your own words and validate his or her feelings by letting them know that you understand what those feelings are. It's as simple as that. More than 80% of conflicts in relationships escalate to a whole different level because we listen to respond, to react, not really to understand. Working together to find a solution in a way that keeps emotions in control with the focus on the outcome, the ultimate outcome. Now that is the key. And that's what we need to remember. So the other tip I'm going to share is to never use two words during interactions. The first word is always, and the second word is never. Think about it. If someone tells you, you never come home on time, or you never do this, or for that matter, you always ignore me when I'm speaking because you're always busy on your mobile or your PC, or you always have something negative to say to me, how do you think the other person, the other partner would feel or react then? Defensive, of course. And that then becomes the start of a spate of arguments leading to not so happy discussions and, of course, arguments. So instead of making the other person feel like you're being critical, of them, or you're being judgmental about them. You need to address the behavior, not the person. And there are ways to do it. There are tools and techniques to do this. So make an agreement with yourself never to use these two words. And don't forget to drop that always and never during conflicts. Stopping yourself from engaging in unproductive arguments that only deteriorate your relationships is a skill that truly needs some practice. Like painting, like singing, or any form of sport, communication in relationships is a skill that requires practice. So better communication, not at the end of the day, it cannot only make you feel more connected and more understood in a relationship, but it can make you feel more satisfied than you could have ever truly imagined. Now, if you would like to improve your communication in your relationship, my proven system focuses on several tools and techniques to enhance effective communication in relationships and of course for lifelong happiness in relationships. Click on the link below to connect with me. Let's communicate about communication.